it's Kelsey. So in this video, I am going to be deep cleaning like to a whole new level, just like a bunch of places that get touched like once a year, I'd say. I am just in the mood to get it done before I get out all the fall decorations. So yeah, I'm going to be removing the couch cushions, cleaning the couch, under the couch, taking curtains down and actually washing those and dusting the blinds, going through a few cabinets slash closets that really need gone through and reorganized. So yeah, it's going to get pretty intense. So I hope this gives you a lot of motivation to go do the same in your house before you pull out all of that fall decoration and fall decor, because shortly after fall decor comes Christmas and it's just so busy. So like I said, I want to just take this time to really do some extreme cleaning that I don't usually make the time to do outside of once a year. So this is it. So here we go. First, I have to just pick up around the house before I can even accomplish the tasks. I feel like this is sometimes the most daunting part of doing a specific task that needs to be done. And like I said, maybe it's done once a year, is just because I'm always feeling like I need to go pick up toys, or I need to go put away laundry, I need to go do dishes, I need to go cook. So this time I am putting those things aside and really focusing on like these few things that I just want to get checked off. But yeah, so I had to pick up baby jail real quick. My kids turned it into like a airplane. They were pretending it was an airplane. They went on a trip, so that's why there was like a million toys in there. But now it's reset, so the baby can actually go back in his little containment. And then yeah, so now I'm just wiping down things that don't get very much attention, and actually wiping down the blinds and washing this window. I will say I probably do that more than once a year, but today I am taking the time to do it. And but these blinds, I don't know. I wish there was a better way to get in a habit of doing it, because they were so dusty. But like I said, we are just in a very busy season of life, and there's just always other things that become more important for our survival. So anyway, I hope you can take some time today and just go accomplish a few tasks that you don't get to really focus on very often. And just, let the dishes sit for a second, let the meal be a little bit later, or if you can plan ahead, you could meal prep a little and throw something in the crock pot. That's actually what I did today, so it helped. This is real life under these cushions. Like I said, I said that I do this once a year, but I do try to do it a little bit more. It would probably look so much worse. But I'm not a stickler about the kids eating at the table. I probably should be, but since we are home all the time, sometimes because they don't go to daycare, they don't go to school. If you don't know, we homeschool. So sometimes they will have snacks on the couch, and you can see it, the proof right here with all these crumbs. I'm curious, how often do you clean under your couch? I'm so thankful that this couch does, like, the covers can come off and I can throw it in the washing machine and they come out looking so much better. But yeah, just curious, how often do you clean under your couch cushions? I guess if you don't have little kids who are eating snacks on the couch, you don't have to do it as often. But yes, this is a labor of love, though, taking all of the cushions off. And so since I was gonna go, I went ahead and did it on the couch. I decided let's do it on the Nugget too. I'm sure you've seen these play couch things at Costco or Sam's or whatever, but yeah, this is the Nugget brand, and we do really like it. We use it a lot. It'd be nice if our little modest home was a little bit bigger for it, but we still use it so much, and it does help the kids, especially in the winter time when we can't get outside, that we can do like a different nugget build. There's so many good ideas on Pinterest, and build it the way that they can just climb all over it, and it'll keep them busy for quite a while and use up some energy. Okay, next task that has needed my attention for so long. This built-in, it's pretty cool. It's just like a cabinet slash closet that's built into the wall, but it's super deep. And when we originally moved into this farmhouse, I had so much stuff from where we were before, and since moving in, then I got pregnant, and then I woke up about all the toxic things that are in products, and so I stopped using most of the stuff that's in there, and it literally moved here with us and then hasn't been touched, and it's way in the back. And I am so happy that I'm finally taking the time to tackle it and just get rid of it, because I don't need it, I don't use it. Haven't even thought about it within the last year, and we've lived here 7 years now, so it's time for it to go and repurpose and reorganize this area, make it so much more functional. When we first moved in, or when you move into a place, you have no idea, how functional the setup you're doing will be. And I knew long ago this was not functional, but as soon as we moved in, I got pregnant, and then I was so sick. Really should have taken advantage of my alone time then, though, but then it was so fresh, so I didn't know, much then, but learned more now. And anyway, so it was like, boom, pregnant, then sick, then had a baby, then had a toddler, then pregnant and sick again, and then had a little baby, 2 babies, and so on, times 3. So it's been like that pretty much ever since we've moved to this place. So yeah, now that my 3rd one is a toddler and I'm not pregnant and sick, it's nice to now finally have the time and energy and ability to go through all of this stuff. So first, I'm just literally taking everything out and gonna wipe it down. It needs like new laminate paper, sticky paper laid down, so it's just all fresh and clean. But yeah, getting rid of most of what's in here because, like I said, haven't even touched it. It's amazing. I went through it and it was funny. There was like a supplement in there about like, I think it was like some kind of diet pill, which is just so funny to me now because I've learned so much that, yeah, you just need to eat whole foods, organic whole foods, and you will feel much better and not have to have some magic diet pill that's not going to work anyway. But yeah, so funny how people change and you learn more and things get better. But yeah, and there's a lot of like medical equipment in there that I didn't even realize we had, like a blood pressure cuff and stuff. So gonna reorganize that to put it under our sink where we kind of have all of our medicine and stuff. And yeah, then just gonna get rid of the rest of this. I did find some like diapers back there from adult diapers. I was like, oh wow, wish I would have known those were back there because I probably would have used them one of the times when I was postpartum. But oh well, too late now. So I hope this can encourage you to go tackle a closet or a built-in or a cabinet or some drawers that are just not serving your family. They are not functional and you just need an hour. This took me, it's funny, I actually was very intentional with my time and I focused on when I started, when I ended. This took me exactly 1 hour. And it's like, wow, we've lived here 7 years and it only took me 1 hour to just get it better. So just take this 1 hour. There's so many hours in the day. Take one and go make a space in your house better. That can, like I said, serve you, serve your family, serve your space and your, give you some peace, with the clutter not being existent anymore. And for those of you who also live in an older house, our house, I think it was built like in the 60s. So it is definitely an older, modest farmhouse. So we have like not drywall, plaster. This whole cabinet wall is plaster. Ew, real life right there. That is just so gross. I am so happy I cleaned this. But anyway, the plaster is on the walls. It's what the walls are made of in this cabinet, and it's like all prickly feeling. And I just always feel like it's so dusty and doesn't ever feel very clean. So I will take the vacuum here in just a few seconds and have the brush attachment and kind of just wipe down, scrub it, and it feels so much better. So 10 out of 10 recommend that. And then here I'm just wiping everything, this whole shelf down, because I'm going to put new contact paper down. And that made such a world of difference. It feels like new in there. It's so nice because I've lived with it now for about a week. And yeah, wow. So grateful I made the time and took the time to go do this. Even my kids, because their toothbrushes are in there, if you saw. So when it's time to brush your teeth, they just run and go do it. But they were like, wow, Mommy, the cabinet's all new. I'm like, yeah. Oh, and here, this is where I'm literally vacuuming the walls. But like I said, it made such a difference. So, and here you can see, if you know, of this plaster pebbly wall. It's like so rough feeling.
So much better, so satisfying. But now time to reorganize and put everything back. So first getting rid of the mound of trash that is going to be going out. And now just going to move all of the towels down to the bottom section, because before it was just like you would throw them up there living on a prayer, just like a Hail Mary, hoping that they would go in their spot. But now it's going to be so much more functional. And I did keep the beach towels up there because they don't get used nearly as much, you know. And since it is so deep, I decided to keep the air humidifiers back behind the towels. Like I said, very, very efficient and functional. And then it got rid of so much stuff. Look at that. It's so much better. So decluttered. Just kept the things that we actually use. But yeah, here we are though with all of the rest of the stuff. So most of it, if it was some kind of like medical ointment or whatever, put it down below. And that's where we kind of keep our first aid stuff and cleaning stuff. Pretty much any of the toxic stuff we have left in the house, it's down there. So just gonna reorganize all of that, and boom, this project is done. Just go do one. It feels so good. And just to finish it off, I went ahead and sprayed and wiped it down good, the outside, because I'm just so happy with it. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I hope that you can go do the same. I want to just put a little bit of orange essential oil on there because it makes the wood look a little bit better. I'd love to change out the hardware in here. Hopefully one day soon that can happen. But the tricky thing is, like, there's silver like everywhere. So it's like if I did it here, I'd have to do it everywhere, and it would just be a huge project. But one day we'll see. And then here, finishing up the project in the living room of the couch and the nugget and the curtains.
and this is later on that night. The kids are in bed just polishing this up, and it is a labor of love. Like I said earlier, it's a lot of work. It feels and smells so much fresher and cleaner in here now that we have washed everything up. Feels so much less dusty. I'm so happy with it. So like I said, go get it done. Go accomplish 2, 3, or at least one of these weird tasks that just don't get very much attention, at least once or a couple times a year, before you get out your fall decorations. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope it gives you some motivation. And if you like cleaning videos, non-toxic living, farm type stuff, homesteading stuff, and homeschooling, please be sure to like and subscribe. Hi, my name is Kelsey, and I live on a small farm with my husband and 3 young children. We are first generation farmers, homesteaders, and I love to share motivational videos about non-toxic cleaning, baking with sourdough, homeschooling,